Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to be featuring the Shinonome, the Tier 5 Premium Japanese Destroyer. This is definitely one of the most rare ships in the game because the only way you can get it is through one of the Super 5 crates that they typically release very rarely. I was able to get this out of one of the Super 5 crates from, I believe, during the holidays when they gave one away for free through one of the missions that you could complete. Now, for those of you wondering, this ship is pretty much a fubuki that has torpedoes that deal less damage, has less range, reloads a couple seconds quicker, but really it's essentially a worse fubuki. If you wanted to have a really good torpedo boat, the fubuki is pretty much it, and you're not really missing out on a whole bunch if you don't have the Shinonome. The Shinonome really just is a fubuki that has weaker torpedoes. There is no difference in performance for the guns or anything else. So if you really wanted the ship, you should just play fubuki and throw in a credit booster and some XP boosters, and that's pretty much what you'll get. This Fushan smokes up, and I just dump torps into his smoke since he hasn't left yet. He does launch his deep water torpedoes, but deep water torpedoes will not hit destroyers, so I'm just not worried about this destroyer at all. He just sits in his smoke, and my torpedoes are able to hit him and give me a dev strike. Now we're going to be able to capture Bravo, and our team on the left side has pretty much all died, and their entire team is over there. So our last ship on that left side is pretty much going to go down because he is all alone versus 5 ships. So naturally, that's where I want to go. I want to make sure that I can slow down the enemy push and make sure that they don't just trap our team at Alpha, who isn't really making any progress over there in terms of pushing and securing the cap, gaining map control. I do end up getting located, so I know that I am closer to the destroyer than any of our friendly teammates. I target this battleship that's just simply pushing into the cap, and maybe I can catch the destroyer if he is not really paying any attention with these torps that's not meant for him. I'm assuming this destroyer is going to be coming after me, so I do angle away to make sure that I can disengage should I need to. The enemy kid gets spotted, and I do shoot at him hoping that he turns, but he does end up eating one torpedo on the bow, which is a huge advantage for me because in a straight up 1 versus 1 I will definitely lose. Landing that torpedo gives me a much better chance at killing off this destroyer and not dying myself. The torpedoes that miss the kid do keep going, and one of them does hit the Gneisenau. This kid is still pushing after me since I am shooting, and he is quickly closing the difference in HP with us since our guns do not reload nearly as quickly as his, so I need to smoke up and start disengaging because their team is also shooting and supporting their destroyer, whereas I am all alone over here and have no one that is going to help me with this destroyer. My torpedoes do reload, and I just launch one set towards the enemy battleships to try and slow them down, and if I am lucky, land some torpedoes and do some massive damage. This kid is just shooting, and he does get spotted. I start turning back towards my smoke because as I go behind the smoke, I can get undetected. Unfortunately, that one salvo that I got to shoot at the kid, I missed, and I couldn't get some free damage. Right now, not having any support, I just need to play very carefully and make sure that I'm not killed off, because if I am, then our team will be in some pretty big trouble. Our friendly ship on the left side is miraculously still alive, somehow still just reversing. I guess me getting spotted, launching torps into the cap, forced these battleships to turn and angle towards the torpedoes, and then took their focus off of that one ship up in the corner, and then they are now in B shooting at our team on the other side. I launch torpedoes for this Ganiza now, since he's just sailing in a straight line, and I'm assuming he's not expecting any torpedoes since I launched that one salvo at him, so he's thinking I probably missed everything else. He just keeps sailing in a straight line, and my torpedoes are just going to kill him off. And now the kid has one less friendly that can help him in this fight. By now, I think the kid has used both of his heals and got back a bunch of his HP, so now I definitely need some help in killing him off. The cap is getting flipped, so I know that the destroyer is in the cap, and I don't really have to worry about him surprising me as I push in. Since I know where he is, I just simply make my way over towards this Nelson, who I think is going to try and turn away and possibly escape through the gap between those islands and try to hide from our whole team that is basically shooting at him. Me still being located, I know that he's in the north part of Bravo Cap, or the part that's closest to me, and instead of being near our friendly teammates, he's still coming after me after he has captured that objective. The torpedoes that I had launched for the Nelson are actually looking like they're going to miss because the Nelson turns even more broadside to our team instead of turning away trying to escape. Now, instead of opening up with this Nelson so close, fearing that he's going to shoot me with some of his HE and take most of my health, and possibly even death striking me, I just make my way over to the side of him in order to try and land some torpedoes. He does use his super heal, and he gets a lot of his HP back, but our friendly North Carolina simply has removed him from the game. Since I am all the way out here and my torpedoes are just about to come off of reload, I launch these torpedoes at this enemy Ismail, and I turn back in trying to go and pick a fight with the kid since I do have a whole lot of teammates pushing into Bravo Cap, and I will have all the support that I need in order to kill off that destroyer. Seeing the kid's last known position, I am heading towards Charlie, trying to cut him off and make sure that he doesn't escape. As I push towards Alpha, he does actually get spotted through these islands, and I'm able to start shooting at him, and him being spotted by our whole team, they all open up on him and start to shoot at him. The torpedoes that I have launched at the Ismail are finally reaching, and he sailed in a straight line, giving me a dev strike and a high caliber medal. Now all that's left is this kid who is on a sliver of HP now, and our whole team closing in on his position. He is definitely not going to escape, especially since I am here cutting off his one real exit route. So all I need to do is just go to this cap and capture it, and probably while doing so I will find that destroyer and kill him off. The other remaining ship is a cruiser that is basically sitting at the end of the island there, basically trying to hide and conserve his HP. Unfortunately, our teammates are getting death struck by torpedoes here, but the kid does actually end up getting spotted, and there's no way for him to escape. As soon as he gets to the corner, our friendlies do kill him off, and all that remains is one enemy cruiser that is basically hiding at the bottom of the island. I'm thinking that since he's been unspotted for some time, that he's actually making his way towards this cap. So what I want to try and do is try and ambush him and torpedo him. He obviously knows where I am since I am capping this, and he does actually get spotted there. And now I have my opportunity to just push in and YOLO him here. I am trying to slow down in order to cap and possibly have this objective and get a little more XP before the game ends. I do start speeding up since I'm assuming I'm going to cap already. I capture the objective and I dump a bunch of torpedoes. I do launch them pretty short, expecting him to either slow down or try to angle towards me since I did get spotted for a split second. I move forward in order to spot him, and he actually does start accelerating away from me, And now my torpedoes are going to miss, but he is going to find my entire team on the other side of that island. Since I'm in smoke and he is spotted through firing penalty, I can just sit here and shoot at him without being spotted. He gets to the corner of the island and our friendly North Carolina finishes him off. In this game, I was able to do 110,000 damage, getting a high caliber and 2 dev strikes. I was also able to finish with 3700 base XP in this tier 5 destroyer, but I definitely do think I probably could have done the same or even better in the fubuki instead of the Shinonome. In this game, I was using Space Fishy as my commander to have the fastest torpedoes that I could potentially have. I did use Torpedo Safari because, like I said, the Shinonome has shorter range torpedoes than the Fubuki, so extending that torpedo range is a little more important so that the torpedoes are a little more effective. But that's about it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Do leave a like and subscribe for more. Leave a comment down below for any ships you want to see in the future. But until next time, aloha.